All right. So, who are we? I'm Dr. Greg Dykes. I am a chiropractor here in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. For those of you who don't know us, Paige, this is my wife, Paige.
Yes, it's me.
We both went to Tuscaloosa Christian High School, so we're natives of Tuscaloosa. We met in high school, started dating in high school, so we're high school sweethearts. She didn't.
He bugged me long enough. I just finally said, all right.
I just wore her down. After high school, we both attended the University of Alabama, where I got my degree in business administration, bachelor's degree in business administration. And Paige did a bachelor's in nutrition.
And then I went on to get my master's in human nutrition also.
Yeah, and after graduating from Alabama, we moved to Marietta, Georgia, so that I could attend chiropractic school at Life University, where I got my doctorate degree in chiropractic. So a little bit of our background. Who are we now? This is us.
This is us now.
Yeah.
So we have a little girl and a little boy. Little girl is Lexi. She is 6 years old. She'll be seven in January.
Yeah.
So hard to believe. And then Sweet Face Kepler down there, he is 3 and he is a mess. As you can see by that grin.
He's a wild one, but he is a lover. He will not let you leave the house without giving you a hug or a kiss.
And a kiss. A hug and a kiss.
Yeah.
Cannot forget the kiss.
So, disclaimer before we get started here, we just want to say that the information shared here is intended for educational purposes only. It has not been evaluated by the FDA and is not intended to diagnose, prescribe, or treat any disease, illness, or condition. Information presented here should not be used as a substitute for seeking professional care or advice. Suggestions made are specific to Young Living. We just want to say that up front, and should not be used with any other brand of essential oils. So, what is an essential oil? An essential oil is a volatile substance derived from a plant that contains the smell and characteristics of that plant. Each essential oil can contain hundreds of different chemical compounds. They're distilled from botanicals such as flowers, stems, shrubs, trees, bushes, roots, and seeds. They're highly concentrated, more powerful than a dried herb.
And essential oils, something special about them, they actually have the ability to cross the blood-brain barrier. And doing that, they can affect every cell in our body within 20 minutes. In humans, they provide support for every system in the body: skeletal system, muscular system, nervous system, endocrine system, for hormones, circulatory system, respiratory system, digestive system, and most important this time of year, our immune system.
So those are all supported with essential oils. So that's what an essential oil is. And one of the questions we get asked, I don't know, all the time is, are essential oils safe? And the short answer is just an astounding yes, they're safe. To kind of expound on that a little bit, there are some things that we recommend. Although most essential oils are safe for general use, the potency of some oils can cause irritation and should not be used in specific situations. By far, the most common side effect that we see with the use of essential oils is skin irritation.
That's why it's common to recommend diluting with the carrier oil, especially the first time you use essential oils, just to give your body time to get used to them. The oils are known for going after toxins, whatever they're applied to. And so that can cause just a little bit of a skin irritation sometimes. So we like to use a carrier oil.
And the use of a carrier oil, it's not going to dilute the effect of the essential oil, but it just ensures that the oils applied topically are not irritating or overpowering.
And we never want to use water if we experience irritation. If you get an oil in your eyes too that causes irritation. You need to flush and dilute it with one of your carrier oils to alleviate the discomfort. If you add water, it just opens up the pores more. It just flushes that oil deeper in, and so we need to slow down the absorption of that. So by adding a carrier oil with that, it's going to slow that down too.
Yeah, and just be cautious of sensitive areas, right? We recommend that you avoid applying essential oils to areas such as the eyes, ears, mucous membranes,
any other sensitive
areas, right?
that you can think of.
And then one last thing is that there are some essential oils that are photosensitive, meaning you wouldn't want to wear them outside, right? So
some of like citrus oils are known just to be a little photosensitive. So you just don't want to apply them and then go like lay out in the sun. And you don't, like, you can apply them daily even when you are going outside, but just not where the sun is going to be directly hitting your skin. So if you apply it like on your stomach and the sun's not going to be hitting your stomach, then you're good.
Yeah, and so that would be things like lemon, grapefruit,
citrus fresh,
all your citrus.
Bergamot even. Some people don't think of that being a citrus oil.
Yeah. So those are just some safety tips when using essential oils.
And super important about safety of oils, you need someone there to be able to help and guide you on the safety as you use oils, because you never know when a circumstance is going to arise where you need guidance. And that's why it's very important who you get oils from and where you get oils from.
Yeah. And so how do you know if you're getting a quality essential oil, right? Well, there's really three things that we recommend you look at when you're talking about an essential oil. Because, when Paige and I started with essential oils 5 years ago, there weren't very many brands or companies in the game. And so it wasn't as easy to get a low quality essential oil as it is today. Like today, there's essential oils in
everywhere.
Bed Bath Beyond, Walmart, truck stops, Target. Like we've seen them everywhere, but not all.
Amazon.
Yeah, not all oils are created equal. So one of the things that we recommend is look at where are your oils coming from. What is the sourcing of that essential oil? And specifically, there's three things that we want to look at when we're talking about sourcing of essential oils. And that is, number one, the seed of the plant that oil came from, because you want to make sure that it's hasn't been genetically modified in any way. You want to look at the cultivation process, making sure that it hasn't been sprayed with insecticides and pesticides, other harmful chemicals that can get into the oils and cause damage to us. And then third is the distillation process, because if the essential oils aren't distilled properly, then they can actually cause irritations and damages and allergic reactions from individuals, where a properly distilled oil wouldn't cause a true allergic reaction. So sourcing is very important when we're talking about where our essential oils are coming from. Secondly is, in knowing how you're getting a quality essential oils, is looking at the science of the essential oils. Once it's the seed's been planted, it's been cultivated and harvested, it's been distilled, are they testing those essential oils to make sure that it's of the purest and utmost quality? Both in-house testing and third-party testing. It's important to have a non-biased, or not a non-biased, right? Yes, it's important to have a non-biased testing opinion, right? So it's third-party testing, someone that can just look at it, tell you what's in it, make sure you're getting what is on the label and what it says you're getting and nothing more, right? And so, and the third thing is just standards, and we're going to talk about seed to seal in a little bit, but this is really something specific to Young Living, and we'll go into a little bit more detail about the seed to seal process and guarantee from Young Living. So,
why are we even talking about essential oils? Like, why are they a good alternative? You have to Number one, ditch the toxins that are in your home, your personal environment. Your personal environment is that, your personal environment, like in your home, what you use on your skin, what you clean with in your home, what you wash your hair with, what you brush your teeth with, all of those things. So looking at soap, shampoo, makeup, fabric softener, dryer sheets, especially air fresheners, plug-ins, candles, toothpaste, and deodorant.
And those are just some of the products, some of the most common products, you know.
Those are usually the most products that we use on a regular basis, that are on our skin the longest, that we're around, and the most common ones that have very detrimental ingredients and health effects.
So did you know that the average person applies over 300 chemicals to their body every single day, and 80 of those come before breakfast? So
crazy.
Yeah, think about most of those come from 4 specific things like soaps, makeups, shampoos, and skincare products, right?
Women, we have this issue most times more than men, because of the makeup and all the products that we use, the hair products that we use, again, all before breakfast, just when we're getting ready in the morning.
So some of the biggest pollutants in our homes are fabric softeners, dryer sheets, air fresheners, plug-ins, candles. We're literally poisoning our families every day with stuff we can't pronounce in our homes, right? Like, when was the last time you read a label? When you turned it over, you read it, and everything that was in that product was, you knew what it was, or you even knew how to pronounce it, right? Most of the time we can't even pronounce it, right? So stuff like the bright blue dish soap. I don't know how many of you guys are using that. The cleaners we use on our kitchen counters, the Cloroxes, the bleaches, right? Processed foods. Most people don't realize how many chemical ingredients are in processed foods. The list goes on and on. So, but the health and safety data only exists for about 15% of all chemicals out there. Even though so many of these chemicals are known to cause asthma, known to be endocrine disruptors, they're known carcinogens, which are cancer-causing products. Yet there's no safety guidelines for them, and we're using them every single day in our homes, around our kids.
We think just because they're on a shelf at the store, they're safe, and they're not going to cause us any harm.
And that's just not true.
Not the case.
Right? So we have to start looking at what we're using on a daily basis, how it's affecting our health, right? And then what can we do to clean that up, right? Get rid of some of those toxic products that contain all of these chemicals and ingredients that we can't pronounce, that are robbing us of our health on a daily basis. So we've talked about essential oils. We talked about what they are. We talked about why we would use them. So how do we use an essential oil? And there's 3 main ways that we can use essential oils. Again, remember, when we're talking tonight, we're talking specifically about Young Living essential oils. And we can't make recommendations for any other company, but we can make these recommendations for Young Living. And that is, we can use essential oils aromatically, meaning just smelling them, right?
Smelling them right from the bottle, using something like a diffuser, all different ways. Just putting a drop in your hands and just cupping your hands and taking a deep breath in and smelling that oil. And then topically, where you're actually applying it directly to your skin. Again, as we said, maybe with a carrier oil such as like coconut oil, avocado oil, olive oil, something like that. Never a vegetable oil like canola oil, corn oil, anything like that.
You don't want a synthetic oil, right? Because one of the things, we'll talk about this in a little bit, is that one of the actions of an essential oil is that it attacks chemicals. And it attacks the toxins, right? So it's if we're using something like a synthetic oil, it's going to attack the toxins that are in that synthetic oil. And then the third way, and this specifically relates to Young Living essential oils, and that is we can use them internally. Young Living has a whole line called their Vitality line, which are labeled for internal ingestion.
And that really sets Young Living apart. Just by, you can internally ingest an oil by dropping a drop in a glass of water, or taking it in something like a vegetable capsule, and we'll talk more about that.
Yeah. So, of all the essential oil companies out there, why would you choose Young Living? What makes Young Living stand out? Um, Young Living is the world leader in essential oils. They believe that everyone deserves a life full of abundance and wellness. And Young Living's vision is to bring the life changing benefits of essential oils to every home in the world.
Their story began almost 25 years ago, getting ready to celebrate their 25th anniversary this summer at the Young Living National Convention. And
Started by a man named Gary Young, D. Gary Young. And it started with basically just a home built essential oil distillery. And today, their farms and communities span the globe. I forget how many farms. We've just added a few more farms.
Just growing literally monthly at this point.
Right. And it's because of their proven commitment to provide nature's best that millions across the globe trust them to deliver superior essential oils. And it's why Paige and I chose them as a company. And one of the main reasons we chose them as the company that we would represent when we started talking to our tribe, our community of people about how to get healthy and stay healthy. And one of the things that stuck out most to us about Young Living is their seed to sale guarantee. It's pretty simple, really. They believe that your family deserves to harvest the benefits of nature every day without compromise. Their commitment to purity and stewardship is embodied in a unique proprietary process called seed to sale. No other company can match what Young Living does to ensure that the purity and potency of the essential oils are of the highest quality. The seed to sale is a strict quality control process that ensures authenticity in every bottle or package. It's simply the reason when Paige was looking at different companies and researching essential oils and what was out there, seed to sale was the main reason we jumped on board with Young Living. Essential oils can inspire you to live a life of wellness, purpose, and abundance from the moment the seed's sown until the oil is sealed in the bottle. The seed to sale process ensures that Young Living's oils meet the highest possible standards. And that was
so the seed to sale stamp that's on every product from Young Living, every oil, it is like your organic stamp. I get that question all the time, like, okay, where's the organic stamp? Your seed to sale guarantee has even more quality standards and even more purity standards than an organic stamp that you see like on a food or any other product. The seed to sale guarantee far beyond exceeds organic standards.
Right. It's what guarantees that what is on the label is what's in the bottle, right? In order for something to be labeled a therapeutic grade essential oil, it only has to have 5% of the actual essential oil in the bottle. The other 95% can be alcohol, hexane, solvent, something that they use to cut that oil with to make it some type of fragrance, right? To make it go stretch further, right? So just because it says therapeutic grade essential oil, that doesn't really mean anything.
It's just have like to know. When you hear anything on a label that's supposed to be more natural and it says natural, that doesn't really mean anything. They can put that on any label of any food, any product. There's no set standard with that. It just means like maybe there's a plant in there of some kind.
Yeah, and I know one of the things that we see all the time in our practice is patients will come in and say, well, I'm taking such and such vitamin. And they say, well, it's an all-natural vitamin. And then when we look at it, we see that it's full of, that the vitamin source, where they're getting it from, it's a synthetic. It's made from typically, especially like your B vitamins, it's petroleum based. So it's coming from
coal and tar.
Coal tar, right? Yep. So you have to know where your products come from. That's going back to what we talked about in the very beginning is how do you know you're getting a quality essential oil? And that is looking at the seed, the cultivation process, the distillation process, and then how are they testing to make sure that what they say is in the bottle is actually what's in the bottle. So what essential oils should I use, right? Like, this is another question that we get quite a bit. People say,
what oils do I use every day?
Right.
Why do I use them?
They look at Young Living's product line, which Young Living has about 300 different essential oils. They've got about 100 singles and almost 200 or a little over 200 blends of oils. So around 300 total oils in their product line, and people they get overwhelmed. Well, I don't know which oil to use, and so what we're going to do today or tonight is show you 11 of the most commonly used essential oils. The most versatile
you use in your everyday and can be used for just hundreds of different things.
Right. So this is a picture of Young Living's Premium Starter Kit, and this is what we recommend that most people start with, because this gives you the 11 oils that we're about to talk about. It gives you a diffuser, and then it also gives you some sample goodies, and we're going to talk about all of this, go through each one of these as we go through this. So the first oil that we're going to talk about is Citrus Fresh. So Citrus Fresh is a great air freshener.
It's like your happy oil. It has a bunch of the citrus oils: orange, tangerine, grapefruit, lemon, mandarin, and then a burst of spearmint that blends it perfectly. People love to wear it as a perfume, and when people get around you, they're just happy. Yeah. And you want that. Like, we need to be happier. Yeah. But it does really well at eliminating odors and just like freshening the trash can, garbage disposal, just whatever needs freshening.
Yeah, so anytime you have that, anywhere that has an odor, a gym bag, right, put a drop or two of Citrus Fresh on a cotton ball and drop it in there. The second one that we talk about is the Thieves Vitality Oil. This Thieves, out of all of the oils in Young Living, this is probably the most popular. Yeah. Most popular oil. We get asked about this all the time. Even people that don't know anything about essential oils, they've heard of Thieves oil.
They've heard of Thieves.
Right?
So real quick, Thieves, we always get this question too. Why is it called Thieves? Does it, steal the germs? Well, kind of. But Thieves gets its name from the 15th century bubonic plague. The thieves were robbing from the dead and dying, but not dying.
They weren't
not
contracting
getting sick.
The plague, right?
And so the judges offered them a lesser sentence if they gave their secret away. And so these thieves were perfumers, herbalists, if you want to call them that, by day. And so they knew the power of things like rosemary, eucalyptus, cloves, cinnamon bark, especially, and rosemary. And by brushing those on their body and rubbing those on their body before they robbed the dead and dying, they kept from getting the plague. So Gary Young knew of this story and legend, and so he put these things together and called them Thieves.
Yep. So it is the immune support oil, right? Like, we get parents asking all the time about help with their kids that are contracting stuff at school, and this is the one that we go to. We tell them, try Thieves first. So anytime you need immune support, think Thieves. Next is Raven. Raven is a blend of Ravenstarra, lemon, wintergreen, peppermint, and eucalyptus. This is your respiratory oil. It is great to rub on the chest, just like some of that other petroleum-based, chemical-laden stuff that is not good and is unhealthy. This is a great alternative. You just mix it with a little bit of
like your
carrier oil, apply it right to the chest or apply it to the bottom of the feet to help support that respiratory system and healthy breathing. If you have any type of sinus or mucus issues, this would be one to use.
And Peppermint Vitality. Honestly, I think this is one of my top 5 favorites of all oils. I literally have it with me at all times. You can put this in recipes to cook with. peppermint brownies are amazing. And it being the Vitality line, you can ingest this peppermint. And just by putting a drop in a water can help you just digest food better, and also just calm any irritation or anything going on. Peppermint can also really help just more deep breaths. So working out, physical activity, and fitness, peppermint can be your best friend.
Right. So as someone that works out a good bit, does a lot of CrossFit, a lot of physical activity, I can tell you that peppermint is one of my go-to oils. I use it all the time in the gym. I get ragged by my fellow CrossFit athletes for smelling like
a diffuser.
a distillery, an essential oil distillery. But you know what? It gives me a leg up on my competition. And when you look at the research using peppermint in physical activity, there is some great research out there, and it shows that it does help with physical activity.
It's also really great for just mental acuity and focus. So just applying a drop to the temples, across the forehead, maybe with a little bit of carrier oil the first few times.
Yes.
But super good for focus.
We didn't mention earlier that there are what are called hot oils. And what we mean by hot oils is not that it's hot like heat hot, like it's going to burn you like if you touch the stove hot, but hot in that when you apply it, you get that warming, tingling sensation, right? Thieves is one of those oils. Peppermint's one of those oils. So especially the first time you use them, you want to make sure that you're diluting it well, because if you apply it what we call neat or just straight, you're gonna know it, all right? Especially if you're not used to using it. So like Paige said earlier, peppermint, think digestive, think any type of
focus and respiratory.
Yeah, and discomfort, right? Next is lavender. Lavender is the Swiss Army knife of essential oils. I mean, it's literally, if you don't know what to put on lavender.
And lavender, we all know it as being a relaxing scent. So it's great in Epsom salts just for a relaxing bath. You add the oil to the Epsom salts first, then add it to the bath water. Diffusing it at night before bedtime for your children, especially, putting it on the bottom of their feet. It's amazing. And then a lot of people use it for skincare, just putting a drop in their moisturizer, because it is all things skin. Yeah. Boo-boos, too much of sun outside. Lavender is just so supportive to the skin.
We talked about hot oils and said that they don't burn like if you touch the stove, but if you did touch the stove, this might be one that you turn to. All right, so lemon is one of my favorite oils. I will be honest with you, we talk about in our office with our patients, we talk about drinking water. Most of us do not drink enough water. Water is so important and so vital to our health, yet we just don't get enough of it. And I will be honest, I'm bad about not drinking water because I just get bored with it, if I'm being honest. But lemon, a drop of lemon in your water, really gives it a little bit of flavor, and it helps me be able to palate it, makes it more palatable, and helps me to drink water like I should. So,
and lemon has some amazing antioxidant properties. It's very high in D-limonene, so I encourage you to Google D-limonene for all of those beneficial properties that it has. It's very supportive to the immune system because of that. And then also it's very cleansing just to the whole body, every system of the body. So again, a drop in that water. Yep. And you can even do it as like a tea and some warm water with a little bit of honey, and it's the perfect for throat soothing and just especially this time of year.
Panaway is a blend of wintergreen, helichrysum, clove, and peppermint. It is the post-workout oil, right? So any type of muscular discomfort, skeletal discomfort, joint discomfort, then you want to turn to Panaway. Putting it in a few drops of Epsom salt and letting it soak into the salt before getting into a bath putting the Epsom salt in a warm bath and just soaking in it is a great way to help alleviate and soothe some of those sore muscles, some of those stiff joints. Applying it diluted right on those areas that you're having that discomfort, using it during a massage is a great way to use Panaway.
Copaiba, however you would like to say it. It's said many different ways. This is the perfect oil to just support a healthy inflammatory response in the body, just supported literally to every system of the body. It's great in, like I said, with that lemon and some warm water with some honey, just for overall wellness.
Yeah, one of the biggest issues when we're talking about health and what causes dis-ease within the body is inflammation, right? And so this is a great oil to use on a daily basis. Put it in an empty vegetable capsule and just get it in you, get it on you. This is one we use daily, every day.
Mm-hmm. Frankincense,
baby
Frank.
Jesus
we
oil.
Love Frank. It is truly what you're thinking, the baby Jesus oil. Frankincense was brought to baby Jesus on his birthday, and not just by chance. Those wise men knew exactly what they were doing. Frankincense in those times was seen more precious than gold. So that wise man that brought frankincense and the one that brought myrrh, yeah, they were the men.
They were.
And so anyway, frankincense.
It's a very uplifting oil.
Yes.
It helps with especially during times of prayer and meditation, just that concentration, that focus, right? It's a great for skin. Anything that has to do with skin irritation, you look at lavender, look at frankincense.
It's also very calming. So for children, babies, frankincense is a very powerful yet gentle oil for the skin. And so it's amazing. I encourage you to Google frankincense.
Yes, Google frankincense. Lots of interesting stuff out there about that. Digize. Digize is a don't leave home without oil. All right.
It has very well-known herbs and oils just known for proper digestion, like ginger, fennel, peppermint, patchouli, juniper, lemongrass, tarragon, and anise. All of those are very supportive just to the whole digestive system.
Yeah. So anytime you eat something that doesn't agree with you, this is the oil to turn to.
This is your go-to.
If you're someone that's prone to motion sickness or motion issues, then look to Digize. It helps with motion and travel.
Stress away. Oh my goodness. Mamas, ladies, work best friend. It literally smells like a perfume. It has a very nice lime vanilla scent. Other oils that are in it, copaiba, as we talked about earlier, cedarwood, and lavender, and ocotea. These oils are very supportive to the cardiovascular system. It's very calming, yet that lime, because it's a citrus oil, helps you keep perked up and focused while also relaxing you at the same time.
Yeah. So when someone at the office or someone at home is driving you crazy and you want to stick a fork in their eyeball, this would be the one you turn to, right?
We have a mama friend that says she just goes over to her cabinet, opens the door, gets a whiff of stress away from the bottle, and then she's able to go back to those kiddos and power on. And that's just what it is, and that's how fabulous it is.
So those are the 11 oils that come in the Young Living Premium Starter Kit. We mentioned that it does come with some extras, some sample packets of what is called Ningxia Red. And we wanted to talk about this because Ningxia, most people think of Ningxia as like they'll call it a supplement, right? But it's really not a supplement. It's really a superfood. Just for example, if you see the slide here, 2 ounces of Ningxia has the antioxidant equivalent of 200 oranges, or 1,628 blueberries, or 44 carrots, or 20 pounds of spinach, 118 broccoli florets, 146 strawberries, 186 apples. Like, you would have to eat all of that.
You get the picture. Like, this is your total body wellness support drink. This is also fabulous for kids, and they really think they're getting a treat because it tastes awesome. And like our kids, like Lexi and Kepler call it their well juice, and it just is that. We drink it daily, but if we're ever a little bit under the weather, we drink more of Ningxia because it is so supportive to the body.
Yes. So you can do just a shot of it, like you see the shot glass here. You can put your essential oils in it. It has some essential oils in it, but you can add essential oils to it.
Vitality oils like orange, citrus fresh, frankincense, copaiba are fabulous.
Right. Or you can mix it with sparkling water and make a drink out of it.
That's my favorite way. I love it just in sparkling water, and just gives a little bit of fizziness, and it's the perfect morning start. And
the health benefits are amazing. The other thing that comes in the kit is a sample of the Thieves Household Cleaner. Now, Young Living has a whole line called the Thieves line that is built around the Thieves oil, right?
We talked about Thieves and how powerful it is. Well, yeah, Young Living's pretty smart like that. So all of their products, your toothpaste, your dish soap, your hand cleaner, even a vegetable wash, because even if you buy organic fruits and vegetables, you still want to wash them well, because believe it or not, a certain amount of pesticides are used even on organic. A certain amount is allowed, and so you want to wash those very well. Thieves Fruit and Veggie Wash is awesome, and it actually helps extend the shelf life. And then the Thieves Household Cleaner, it is literally a cleaner that replaces any other toxin-filled cleaner you have in your home. It can literally do it all. Windows, sinks, bathtubs, countertops, hardwood floors, upholstery, leather seats in your car. We get that question all the time. It's awesome at getting like marker and pen marks off of areas that your kids like to do their artistic work. Right. And it smells amazing, and you are not damaging your respiratory system, your immune system by cleaning. People don't have to leave the house. You don't have to wear a mask, open all the windows, and not let your kids come in the room. They can literally help you clean, which is amazing.
Yeah. When you can give your 3-year-old the bottle of Thieves Cleaner and tell them to go clean up their own mess and not have to worry about what chemicals are in there that are going to be harmful to them, that's a world changer. That's a life changer.
I know many of you have, furry family friends, and toxic cleaners can be very harmful to our pets and animals, and Thieves is super safe for them, and it's all plant-based and perfect for having in the home.
Yeah, so even without essential oils, like if this was the only product that Young Living offered, Paige and I would still be all over this and using Young Living. And
sometimes people, I get this question a lot, like they want to remove a lot of toxins. Maybe they're not sure about Young Living and Thieves, and they're not happy with some of the green cleaners and how well they're cleaning or the job that they're doing. The thing with Thieves and all of their cleaning line, like you can rest assured, like they're doing their job. They're getting rid of what you're wanting to get rid of, but they're not killing things that they don't need to be killing also. They're doing their job and doing it safely. So the quality and the performance is there, unlike some other green cleaners.
Yeah. Matter of fact, quick story. We just had one of our team members that's child decided to draw on their white kitchen cabinets with, was it a marker or crayon? Marker or crayon, but using the Thieves Cleaner, they were able to get it off
lemon, I think.
Thieves Cleaner and lemon, they were able to get the markings off their white cabinets.
Yes.
So wellness is not a fad, right? It is truly a way of life. And this is what Paige and I are passionate about. This is why we take time out of our evening away from our kids and our family to do a webinar like this and to help teach you, is because we want you to understand that health is a lifestyle, right? It's not just something you do once or every once in a while. It's something you do daily to build and maintain your health. And
finding pure, properly distilled essential oils that you know the sourcing of is a very safe and God-given way, because they come from plants that God created, a very God-given way of supporting our bodies in a natural way.
Yeah. So how do you get started with the Young Living essential oils? As we mentioned earlier, what we recommend is the premium starter kit. because it comes with a diffuser, which we haven't really talked about, but the diffuser is you put some water in there, you put a couple of drops of oils in there, it diffuses it up into the air, so it aromatically, as we're smelling of it. So you get your choice of a diffuser. There's an Aria, what you see pictured is the Desert Mist. There's a Dewdrop, a Rainstorm, so different types of diffusers.
This one particularly pictured is, like you said, the Desert Mist. It can run up to 10 hours. So it's a great one to have at your bedside to run all night. So you have a very restful sleep, when you're diffusing that lavender, other calming oils. And it actually has light settings. So it can be beautiful sitting in the living room. It has a candle flicker option. And then it has 8 other different colors that you can go through. Lexi has one in her room and she likes it pink at all times.
Yeah. You're also getting a 5 milliliter bottle of all of the oils that we just talked about: lavender, lemon, peppermint, frankincense, copaiba, thieves, citrus fresh, digize, raven, panaway, and stress away. We'll mention that when you open the box, on the top is going to be the 10 of the essential oils.
The oils that are in the little slots.
Right. You want, kind of like an iPhone. When you get an iPhone package, you pull the iPhone out and then there's other goodies underneath it. You want to pull that out and open up the bottom part of the box because there's other goodies underneath it, right? So it comes with
Believe it or not, we get that question all the time because your Stress Away, your Ningxia, your Thieves Cleaner sample is going to be under that secret door. And we often have people say, I didn't get my Stress Away, I didn't get my Ningxia. And like, did you check the secret door?
Yeah.
So it happens often.
You're going to get 10 sample bottles and carts so that, because we know that once you get the kit and you start using the oils, you're going to want to share with your friends and family. And so Young Living gives you some sample bottles so you can do just that, share with your friends and family.
We all know something you heard us say. Somebody needs Thieves. Somebody needs that Panaway. Somebody needs to be drinking Ningxia. Somebody needs Thieves Cleaner in their life. So you're definitely going to want to share with them.
You're going to get a product guide and an essential oil magazine. All of this, if you were to purchase it individually, the 11 essential oils, the Dewdrop diffuser, or the Desert Mist, I'm sorry, my mind went blank, all the other sample goodies, the total of that package would cost you $337.99. However, because Young Living packages it in the premium starter kit, you're only going to pay $160 plus shipping and handling.
So that's more than a 50% in savings that you're getting every single day just from purchasing the starter kit. Right. And we only mentioned just a couple of different ways of using the oils. There's literally so many more uses for each of those oils that we just don't have time to cover.
We could spend 8 hours going over all of the information of how we use essential oils and what they're good for and all the tidbits. We're just giving you the highlights of what are essential oils, how do we use them, how do we know we're getting a quality essential oil, and how do we get started with using them in our everyday life, right? So if you're not already a member of Young Living, we would love to invite you to join our group and our team.
It definitely matters who you join with. Our team is amazing at giving you the proper resources and guidance and safety information that you need in using essential oils properly in all of Young Living's products. So we do want to encourage you, to think about that. If you're not yet a Young Living member, we would love to join hands with you, lock arms with you on your wellness journey, making changes, just, taking a step in the right direction can make all the difference in the world just by getting a starter kit in your home.
We do want to say, if you were invited to this webinar by someone other than Paige or I, please reach out to them and get with them on how to get started with ordering
them, text them, let them know you attended this webinar, you watched this webinar, and let them know that you're interested in learning more about it and getting started.
So if you would like to stay in touch with Paige and I, and you'd like more information on essential oils, really not even just essential oils, but more information just on health and how to live a healthier lifestyle, follow us on Facebook at Health is Hope. That is our page. That's where we post content and information on health every single day. And do I know? So follow us on Facebook. If you're ready to get started, you want a premium starter kit, and you weren't invited by someone other than Paige and I, then please follow this link. It will take you right to Young Living's website and get you started and get you enrolled. We're going to flip back over to video here. Awesome. Great to see all of y'all.
So yeah, thank you for joining us. Are there, you want to open it up for questions?
Yeah, we can open it up for questions. One last thing that I did want to mention, and that is Essential Rewards. If you decide that you want to get started with a Young Living Premium Starter Kit, there is a program called Essential Rewards, which is like an auto ship program from Young Living. We talked about how Young Living has a product line of over 300 different essential oil products, but they also have, again, over 300, about 600 different products in their entire product line of products like we talked about, the Thieves line, the toothpaste, the household cleaner, deodorant, shampoos, makeup.
Young Living has a whole makeup line called Savvy Minerals that's amazing, and that, as we said at the beginning, is an area of women especially that we apply so many, unknowingly applying so many toxins to our skin.
There's a kids line called Seedlings, which is a clean product line for taking care of your babies, your kids, and you're not having to worry about what you're putting on them and making sure that it's not full of toxins and all this stuff that can harm your baby. So there's a vast array of products from Young Living, and Essential Rewards is a way for you to kind of start cleaning up your house and doing transfer buying. So instead of going to Target or Walmart or wherever you do your shopping and getting that toothpaste that's full of all the crap, or that deodorant that's full of all the crap, like, you can start having this shipped right to your door every month on Essential Rewards. And the beauty about that is that Young Living rewards you for doing this, and the first 3 months that you're on Essential Rewards, you're going to get 10% back in product credits.
And so Target and Walmart don't give me that much back.
Yeah, they don't give us anything back. We spend a ton of money there, and we have yet to get a check from them, right?
So it's really it's things that you would be buying anyway, and knowing the quality and purity that Young Living provides. You want those things in your home, your personal care items, things that you would buy anyway. And so when you become a member of Young Living, Essential Rewards is just a no-brainer. If you're not on Essential Rewards, you are so missing out. And so we definitely tell people that at the beginning, because we want to love on you. We want you to get all the benefits from Young Living possible.
After 24 months, you're eligible for 25% back in rewards points. So a quarter of what you're spending, you're getting back. So it's really an amazing program. But we appreciate y'all joining us tonight. If anyone has any questions,
we'll open it up for questions. Do you want to stop recording?
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and stop recording here.